Hello everyone, Mike Logan, AskMikeTheCounselor2.com, Logan Counseling. It's a rainy July Wednesday afternoon in Rockford, Illinois, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about positive psychology. I've been a believer in the process of change for about 30 years, actually longer than that, but 30 years since I hit a very difficult place in my life, and I had to start undertaking some steps sort of based on trust, hoping that things would work out in a more healthy and a more appropriate and culturally accepted kind of direction. And I'll be damned if it didn't. So, and I've seen over the years since, in the ensuing 3 decades, I've seen a lot of people make very profound and astounding changes in their life. So when the field of positive psychology began to be talked about and developed in the late 1990s, and since then, 1998, Martin Seligman started it as the president of, actually made it his goal for the year of his presidency of the American Psychological Association to start talking about positive psychology and rediscovering some of the things that psychology used to work on prior to prior to World War II, when we really moved towards the problem and the pathology side of psychology. Prior to that, there was always a focus on developing talent and skills and finding a way to be the best possible you. I'm not going to go so far as to say that's a self-help kind of psychology, but looking for ways to develop your talents fully. After World War II, we get switched to pathology. And that's been a very major theme in the psychological field since I've been involved in it as a self-helper and as a professional. I mean, looking for pathology. There's been a lot of information uncovered about pathology, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, child abuse, attachment, domestic violence. All of those things our awareness of them has grown tremendously. But the thing that I'm really excited about is there seems to be the pendulum is swinging back towards let's include positive psychology. Okay, and I'm really happy for that. The book flow is a big part of my something I was excited to read. Csikszentmihalyi wrote that in 1993, and in that he talks about, on page 28, I use it to this day in my anger management domestic violence classes, he talks about the speed at which the central nervous system processes data. So visual, auditory, tactile, gustatory, and olfactory data, it's all processed at the same time, about 7 bits at the same time, and the shortest amount of time between sets of data is 1/18 of a second, which is twice as fast as I can blink my eyes. So we need to be attending to the inside of our thinking, the inside of our bodies pretty frequently in order to keep them on track for developing positive psychology, if you will. And one of the things that's really developed in the last few years is an understanding of how we can monitor and manage time between heartbeats using heart rate variability biofeedback, or HeartMath is the program that Alvaro Fernandez recommends, and I certainly do too. And neurogenesis and neuroplasticity. We can work out our brains now. That nobody knew that prior to the emergence of things like functional magnetic resonance imaging. Nobody knew that we grew new brain cells until just a decade or so ago. And that's overturned decades, if not centuries, of neuroscientific dogma. Okay, and the brain is a tremendously plastic organ, constantly seeking data, seeking new ways to build connections between neurons. That happens in minutes, not after a year's worth of having lectures poured into my head, and then suddenly I have new knowledge. The brain is constantly seeking to rewire itself in healthy and helpful ways. And we can help that process along, that positive psychology, by taking care of our brains, utilizing some very basic lifestyle skills, take care of exercise, nutrition, including omega-3s, sleep, stress management, that's the HeartMath, and novel learning experiences. That's what really cements the new neurons into the area around your hippocampus where memories are stored. Um, and the neuroplasticity is really enhanced by physical exercise, good nutrition, stress management, sleep, and novel learning experiences. And those novel learning experiences can include some of the computerized brain fitness programs that are available commercially now. I've used 3 of them. I like them. I really enjoy the impact that they're having on my brain. This brain is 61. On occasion, it can't find just the right word. And the Posit Science program, for example, has really helped me with being able to find the right word at the right time, which is a very important part of my business. I talk and I listen. That's what I do. Okay, so I want you to study and look up all the information about positive psychology that you can, determine your signature strengths, and understand that you can build flow and flow into your life, and you can enhance your brain, and you can continue flowing until you're called home. Mike Logan, AskMikeTheCounselor2.com. Rockford, Illinois, thank you very much.